All right, so what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do a quick swap. We're gonna take this factory Harley Pan America windshield off and we're gonna replace it with a new Klock Werks Flare. Real simple installation on this. All I'm using is my T25 Torx driver, 4 factory screws. Just because I like to mess with my camera guy, I bounce around a lot instead of just going in a normal pattern. Typically I'll leave my tops in till last so gravity can help me keep the windshield in place. One thing with Pan America that you want to watch for is when the windshield comes off and all 4 screws are out, this little vent right here is actually loose and able to come off the motorcycle as well. It's very important when you go to pull this windshield off because the factory windshield sets in behind that vent at the bottom edge. So now that all 4 screws are out, I can grab the windshield at the top, put a hand on the bottom, I tip it forward, lift it off. That little edge is what sets down into the vent. We're gonna make sure that the vent stays up on the bike. If we're worried about it at all, we can take it off so we don't have to worry about it hitting paint. I'm gonna set my windshield to the side. I'm gonna set my 4 factory screws off to the side. I'm gonna grab my 4 new shiny screws with washers and my new Klock Werks Flare windshield. You'll notice that there are plastic bushings in this windshield. These will all be pre-installed, ready to go out of the box. New hardware allows us to go through those bushings and still have plenty of screw length. Without setting behind the vent, we just set the windshield right in place. Start my first screw. I'll have to do a fancy little voiceover edit at the end of all of this because at this current point, I cannot remember the factory Harley recommended torque value on these screws. So I have all the faith that my video guys will get that corrected for me, but I'm gonna say it's like 7 inch-pounds. Let me reiterate, inch-pounds. Whether that is the correct number or not is a very low value. We don't need to crank these all the way home. Snug that up with a calibrated arthritic wrist. Last step with any windshield like this, before I move into wiping it down, I always want to make sure that I have full motion of the adjustable windshield, allowing me to make sure that I have everything put in place correctly. Once she's installed, I'm using my trusty Shine Works. Give it a quick little spray, wet side of my rag, wipe it down, flip to the dry side of my rag. We're gonna polish that thin layer of wax protectant, leave that windshield clean and ready to ride. Thanks for playing.